How you doing? My name is Rick. I go by the name of Jersey Boy 70 on the internet. I'm here at the location at Newman Springs Road, railroad crossing in Shrewsbury, Red Bank, New Jersey. I'm doing this interview, this talk video. I like to tell my story on how I got interested in trains and how it all started out with me on the Southern Secretary Railroad line Conrail, and my story from the past on the SA31. I'm here with my son Kenny. He's 9 years old. He's my little personal photographer when I go and capture trains. I currently reside now at North Carolina. I do most of my rail fanning in North Carolina, and the reason why I've chosen Jersey Boy 70 as my username, my screen name for the internet, is because I'm proud of where I'm from, and my son's username for the internet is Jersey Boy Junior 03, and here's my son Kenny right here. And he's a good kid. He takes some good photography for me. The date now is March 9th, 2013. 2 days ago, we just captured the SA31 coming down this railroad line right here, and it was a train that I've been wanting to get for a long time. And I got a lot of other trains too on my YouTube. You're more than welcome to check it out. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go from railroad crossing to railroad crossing. I'm going to kind of like tell them about my past a little bit, about the SA31 and how I got interested in the trains, and I'll be telling you that in at locations, at certain locations between here, and we're going to be going down to Eatontown and Tinton Falls very shortly, so I could tell my story on it. We're facing towards Red Bank right now. Down the way a little bit is the New Jersey Transit line, where the SA31 train comes off the transit line, gets onto this railroad track right here, which is the Southern Secretary line. I used to walk up this railroad tracks back when in my teenage years, about early 80s, and used to walk up to the 7-Eleven up there. Used to get big gulps and walk down the railroad track line, and this railroad tracks here is a special railroad tracks to me. This is like my home, away from home, and this is a very special place to me. But other parts of the railroad tracks is more special as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this clip out, and we're going to take a ride down the way here. We're facing towards now towards Patterson Avenue railroad crossing, and we're going to be going down there just a few seconds, and we'll talk down there. We now are at Patterson Avenue railroad crossing in Shrewsbury, and we're facing up towards Red Bank right now, and down this way is going towards Eatontown on the Southern Secretary line, where the SA31 comes down. I just got, like I said before, I think, I got one of my railroad clips of the SA31 here at this location the other day, and it was a good clip. I hope everybody looks at that video I made of the SA31. And over here is a bunch of office buildings over here. These office buildings weren't always here. I remember back in my earlier years that there was a whole big patch of woods here, and up there is Shrewsbury. Up this way here is Shrewsbury Avenue, and I used to cut through this woods all the time. And my mother used to work at the Shrewsbury Manor, and she was a registered nurse's aide. And anytime I ever heard the SA31 coming down the railroad track, I always had to go after that train in it just to watch it. Yeah, back in those days, it was always the blue Conrail that came down the railroad track. Every once in a while there was a block train that came down. I think it might have been a Norfolk Southern, but I mean, it was so long ago I can't really remember. But it was, you know, mostly the blue Conrail that always came through. Had always a blue caboose to it, and the train always came slow though. But I always enjoyed, you know, to watch the train go by and stuff. And so that way that we're facing now is the next railroad crossing down there is Sycamore Avenue. We're going to be going down there in a couple minutes, and so I just wanted to, you know, stop here at this railroad crossing here at Patterson Avenue and just you know, do a clip for you and, you know, talk about a little bit about the railroad line. And you know, before I go on any further, I'd just like to you know, say thank you very much to all the good information that I got to come up here to capture the SA31. I did travel all the way from North Carolina all the way up here to New Jersey to capture the SA31. And the SA31's been a train, like I said, I've been wanting to get for a very, very long time. And I wouldn't have been able to get that train if it wasn't for you know, good information from certain people I've talked to that about how knowledgeable that they are on the SA31. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that ever gave me information on the SA31. Alright, so I'm going to stop this right now, and we're going to take a ride down to Sycamore Avenue, and we'll do a little bit more talking down there. And we're now at Sycamore Avenue in Shrewsbury at the railroad crossing here, and you know, we're facing towards Eatontown way, and this is the way we just came from, up this way from Patterson Avenue. You know, back when I was you know, my teenage years, I used to, like I said, I walked down this railroad tracks a lot, and you know, I thought it was a good exercise to walk down. And you know, my son here, Kenny, he's getting, you know, interested in trains now, and you know, we go on a lot of chases together down in the state of North Carolina, and you know, we have a good time doing it and everything. And so I just wish though that they still kind of had the blue Conrail trains around, because I would really like to get a, you know, capture on that. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next railroad crossing from here, which is Shrewsbury Avenue, which is down the way that we're looking right now.
Before we do, I have something to say. If you want to get SA31, usually it's just going to be a CSX, and it only comes through Thursdays.
Yeah, it comes on Thursday.
Yeah. So most likely all you're going to get is the CSX. And we're hoping to get at least the NS, but you know, it's a CSX.
Maybe next time we'll, you know, get the Norfolk Southern train coming through.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's go ahead down.
Alright, so we're going to take this down to Shrewsbury Avenue. And we're now at Shrewsbury Avenue in Shrewsbury railroad crossing. This railroad crossing here was not always a railroad crossing. This was once, at one time, an overpass bridge that was at this location, and that bridge was torn down and converted over to a railroad crossing back in the year 1991. It was closed down for about maybe around 8 months or so, you know, maybe 9-10 months, you know, give or take a month or two. But they reopened this location right here back in 1990, like early in the year 1992, or like winter of 1992 that they opened it up here. This used to be an overpass. From what I heard, that the overpass was in bad condition. This is the other part of the railroad tracks I used to walk at, and actually over, you know, this way over here is a shopping mall. On the other side of those buildings right there where Acme is, and supermarket and Marshall's department store, which I used to work at back in the early 90s. I used to just stroll over here when the bridge used to be here. I used to eat my lunches over here and just to, you know, chill out and relax and whatever. And so, you know, this was once a overpass bridge at this location here. So so we're facing back at the direction that we were at Sycamore Avenue. We're going to go ahead and take it down to Lewis Street next. Lewis Street and Maxwell Road in Eatontown. So we'll talk at that location. We're here now at Lewis Street and Maxwell Road, railroad crossing in Eatontown, New Jersey. This is another location where I captured the SA31 the other day. Matter of fact, Eatontown is also my hometown, where I'm originally from. Up this way, around that bend right there, is Tinton Avenue Bridge. And you know, I just want to make you know, a comment real quick on the high voltages that are above the railroad line. That the railroad high voltages are kind of rusty, and you know, they look like they need some painting really bad. And I remember when back in the year 1983 going into 1984 that that was actually the last time that these high voltages were actually painted by I don't know if it was the railroad or the electric company. I forgot which, whose job it was to paint the high voltages. From what my research has been on the high voltages above the railroad line, they were built and installed, in other words, above the railroad tracks back in the early 1960s. They started at first like putting like one side to it, and then I think a little bit later on that they finished the other side on the high voltages to build them up. And so, and there's another story I'd like to tell as well on old research I've done. The direction we're facing now is like going towards Hope Road. From what I've read from the past, that there's was a bad railroad train accident down on this line. I don't know if this was the actual track that they used, because there used to be a couple of railroad track lines over, you know, the direction that the spot we're looking at now. I'm kind of fuzzy on that story a little bit, but to my best recollection from what I've read, that I think they forgot to you know, throw the switch the track or something, and I think the train derailed back in 1906, and from what I heard, a lot of people got injured and killed from that accident, and you know, that was a, you know, shame and everything. And so how, I mean, I don't know if they had cranes back then to remove the wreckage or whatever. I mean, we're talking like over 100 years ago. So, I'm kind of unfamiliar if they had cranes to remove. They moved them somehow. So you know, that's what happened. It was like a teeny little ways, small little ways, you know, down, you know, the track right here, maybe a couple high voltages lengths down to where that accident happened. Believe it or not, that these high voltages that are above the railroad tracks, they actually have numbers on them, or at least a lot of them do. And why they put numbers on them, I don't know exactly. I guess to keep inventory. That's just a joke. So we're going to go ahead and head down to the next railroad crossing, which is Hope Road, and I'll see you down there. And now we're at Hope Road railroad crossing at Eatontown, Tinton Falls, and at this location was another location where I got the SA31 the other day on a capture. And you know, going this way, facing towards where we just came from at Lewis and Maxwell Road Street. Down this way is Fort Monmouth, old Fort Monmouth, I should say, golf course, which is located to your left through those woods that we're looking at now. And to the right is the old Fort Monmouth military homes, which is now been abandoned. I don't know what their plans are, what they're going to do with those military homes. On Facebook website, I see a lot of comments on there about that. They'd like to make them maybe low-income housing, but there's a whole big dispute about those homes. I don't know what they're going to do, though, with those homes. Military used to live there, and I used to have a few friends back in the day that lived at those military homes, and we all, a few of us kids, you know, we came to the railroad tracks and we were walking around and stuff, and you know, we had a good time, you know, watching the trains, you know, SA31 trains going by, you know, every once in a blue moon, whenever it did go by. And this will kind of sound a little bit funny, but you know, the friends I hung out with, you know, they like trains too, and they kind of, we all called ourselves like the freight train gang back in those days as kids, and there's no real gang or anything like that. It was just, you know, a little sidekick name that we, you know, came up for ourselves as kids and everything. But you know, but once you're a kid, though, you gotta, you know, live the good time, because it kind of sucks though when you get to be an adult on certain things and whatever. So down that way is next railroad crossing is Pine Brook Road, and I don't know if you can see it from this far, but the Garden State Parkway is also down that way too. So we're going to go ahead and you know, take a drive down there real quick, and I'll do a little bit more videotaping down there. And there's a story I like to tell. You know, once I get down there, I'll save it till we get down there. I'll, you know, tell the story that I kind of like to tell. So we'll take it down there then. Yeah, we're now at Pine Brook Road Railroad Crossing in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. We're just facing the way we just came from Hope Road, and up this way. Now you might get a better look now at the overpass bridge of the Garden State Parkway up ahead. This was also a part of the railroad tracks. This part of the railroad tracks here was actually a part that I used to walk down quite a bit. And there used to be on the side here, on the left-hand side, there used to be, I don't know if they're still there though, but there used to be like a big pile of railroad spikes that used to be down there. And back when I was a kid, I thought it was neat to collect those railroad spikes. And after a while, I just went ahead and put them back, brought them back here instead of taking home with me. Up at those bridges, overpass bridges, Garden State Parkway. I don't think we can see on the camera on the last bridge down there, but we're going to go down there in another minute or so, so I could tell you a tale about the SA31 train that came through. So I notice up here too that there's like I don't know if you can see it actually on the camera. Yeah, you can see it. There's like balls on the wires up there. I could never understand why those balls were there anyway, just at this spot right here. No idea. Now that high voltage that we're looking at right now, I can actually see the number on there. It looks like number 48. But I'll tell you what though, they really need to paint these high voltages here. I mean, these high voltages, they look like they're really falling apart, they need to get down here and paint these high voltages. Because they look like, who the hell did it, So, we're going to go ahead and take it down to the Garden State Parkway, underneath the Garden State Parkway Bridge, so see you down there. We're now at the location of underneath the Garden State Parkway. We're facing the direction we just came from, Pine Brook Road. Yeah, that's another high voltage that needs to be painted. See the number on that one too, 52. This bridge right here is southbound on the Garden State Parkway. I believe it's local lane. Now this location here was more special to me than I mean, it's all special to me on this railroad line because this is a very special place for that I've always liked to hang out at and walk down. But here is actually more special than the rest of the location. I'm going to tell you why. The direction we're looking at now is underneath the bridge, and that wasn't always rocks there. There used to be like concrete center blocks there at one time until they tore it down. I used to sit all the way up there at the top up there. I used to always watch the blue Conrail, coming down, the rare times that it did come down. I always watched it, coming down the railroad track. And the kids kind of noisy under here too. All the cars above going down the Garden State Parkway. But I used to sit up there with a couple friends. We used to watch the train go by, and sipping on our big gulps and our Coca-Colas and eating our Snicker bars or whatever, and just watching the train go by and having a good time though. And actually, there was one time I came down here. I think it was back in the year 1984, I think it was, and one of my friends took some money. I don't know where he took the money from. I can't remember. This rail right here that we're looking at now, he kind of like buried his money there, for a couple days, and I don't know why he did some idiotic thing like that. But but surprisingly, nobody found it. I forgot it was like $20-30 or something like that he put there. I kind of think he stole it, but I don't know. I mean, you just never know with people though. But most of the kids I used to hang out with were they were good friends though, and everything. So we're gonna go ahead now and take it to the next location, railroad crossing, which we're facing now is Wayside Road. And did you want to say anything?
I just want to say one thing. The New Jersey Transit also do come down. Some of you might know it, some of you might not. They come down a lot, but they won't come down like these ones that we are on.
No, New Jersey Transit doesn't come down here.
And if you want to see the SA31, it's already up on YouTube. That my dad's done.
Okay.
So check it out.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take it to the next location. Now we made it to Wayside Road railroad crossing in Tinton Falls, New Jersey now. We just came from that direction there, which is the Garden State Parkway. This is also one of the locations that I caught the SA31 at the other day. Railroad crossing was down, and lights were on to the railroad crossing and everything, and cars, they just kept going through the intersection. I mean, it's like the lights, they just were ignoring the lights like a bunch of idiots, you know? You know how people are sometimes. This way here is going towards Stavala Construction, located here in Tinton Falls, and a little bit beyond Stavala Construction is Earl Naval Weapons Station, and we're going to go ahead very shortly and go to the next railroad crossing, which is Hamilton Road, which is down the way. But beyond that, though, I don't think we're going to go down there anymore, because like I said, Stavala Construction Company property's down there, and Earl Naval Weapons Station's down there too, which that's military property, and you know, I don't want to go down there, and I don't want to trespass or anything. So we'll go ahead and take it down there now, and so now we're down to Hamilton Street railroad crossing here in Tinton Falls, and this is one of the locations that I chose not to get the SA31 at the other day. Reason for that, I chose not this location because down this way is where we just came from, which is Wayside Road. Those locations are actually too close to each other to for someone to make a capture like that, unless they have a second team or second person to help them out with any captures like that. But I'll tell you what, though, the other day when we went after the SA31, SA31 kind of gave me a little bit of a fight to get him. My son Kenny, he got like over 107 pictures of the SA31 on that. He did a really good, wonderful job on that, which on the we'll be posting those pictures up on YouTube as a slideshow sometime in the future on that. So he did a wonderful job on that.
So if you guys have ever seen one of the two that we have up there, check it out. One is video 55, and then the other one is 100. We were trying to do it every 50 videos, but we kind of just came up with it on 55.
Yeah, there's a couple videos that we already did on YouTube, which is he was trying to say was video 55 and video 100, which, you know, my son Kenny took pictures of, and I made him into a slideshow video, which he'd like you to look at and check out too. So this overpass bridge here is Highway Route 18 overpass bridge, and like I said before, at Wayside Road, that Stavala Construction's like around that bend right there, and Earl Naval Weapons Station's past that. So after here, we're not going to go down any further than this. I don't want to trespass or anything. And the last location where I got the SA31 at the other day on my video was the Collingswood auction down in Farmingdale. SA31 stopped along the way somewhere between here and Collingswood auction, and he stopped for about an hour or so. I don't know why. I actually wanted to get some more clips going down into Farmingdale, but it was starting to get too dark out at that time, so I decided to wrap it up and end the chase that me and my son went on at Collingswood auction. But you know, it's 8-clip chase that we did, and you know, we'd like you to check it out, and you know, leave us a comment on YouTube and see if you like it or not. Like I said before, I currently reside now in North Carolina. I do the majority of my rail fanning down there, capturing trains and stuff. I get Amtraks and CSXs and Norfolk Southern trains, and I'll be back up this way sometime within the next year or so. And when we come back up this way, we're gonna you know, get the SA31 again. I just wanted to say thank you again to anyone that gave me very valuable information on this train, SA31, to capture him, because this capture really meant a lot to me. And I think I mentioned it before, all the outstanding pictures that I saw on railroad.net of all the good photographers that took pictures of the SA31, of old blue Conrails, NS's, and CSX's too. And I wanted to you know, say my compliments about that, because I think those pictures were really great pictures on there. And so anybody that's been taking those pictures, don't stop your good work, because I think you all did a great job on that. I just wish I lived back up here this way so I can you know, participate with some of you guys to get some of those pictures, but you know, I'm not, so I'll just have the luxury of looking at your work on the photographs. So alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and close this out.
Can I get the last word on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, give me a minute. See you later, recruits.
I think we're going to go ahead and close this out now. So I mean I'm encouraging people to, you know, watch my videos that I put up on YouTube, and if you like this video that I made, you know, please leave a comment below on my YouTube video that I'm going to be posting on here. I'm not going to actually put this video together until I get back to North Carolina, because my computer that I was using before, it was a little bit confusing. So I'll put this video together sometime in the next week, and have anybody that wants to view it, they can view it. So I think we're going to go ahead and close it out now on this little walk that we took down the southern secondary line Conrail of SA31. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to tell a little bit of, you know, my past history about it, and about my memories, you know, good memories I had, you know, on this railroad tracks. So this railroad tracks is a very special place to me. It's like home away from home. So I hope everybody enjoyed this this video, and leave a comment below if there's any questions you want to ask me about the SA31 or about the Southern Secondary railroad line. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So thank you very much for watching, and